year 13, week number 648. Working from home here in Dumbo, Brooklyn. I think I have found my new favorite coffee shop in all of Brooklyn. And it's here in Dumbo. So this is where I've been going for the past couple of weeks. And it's where we're gonna be going right now. I discovered this place because I was just walking around this area a few weeks ago, and then I just randomly stumbled upon it. And ever since then, I've been kind of like revisiting every few days.
Isomoto says welcome to the vlog.
Year 13, week number 648, and this week marks the 1-year anniversary of me living here in New York. It is exactly 1 year ago this week where we were living in a hotel at the time, and then I transferred hotels because I wasn't sure whether or not I was actually going to be staying out here. We checked out this rental that we're in right here, right now. Checked it out, signed the lease, had to go back to California to like pick up stuff and move out here, and then began the whole hectic process of kind of transitioning my life from California here to New York City. So every week from this week going forward will now be into year number 2 of living in New York. A few weeks back, we had the problem with my radiator here in this place because it was dripping water and it was seeping down through the floorboards and into my neighbor's place who lives right below me. It was fixed, and then over the past couple of weeks, I guess it's been getting slowly, like the problem has been coming back. So the plumber came by, same plumber as the first time. He came back out, fixed everything up once again, and as of right now, this is 100% working once again, no more leaking. It's solved for now, but we'll see how this goes. I'm not entirely convinced that it's 100% complete. Very, very good weather lately here in New York City. It's like high 50s right now, and it's like 6 p.m. We're in Central Park. I started in kind of the Upper West Side. Brought the camera out here, so we're just gathering content, making our way around. This is kind of what we're doing today, is we're just getting shots of this part of the city here. One thing I've been thinking is like, as we're here in the 1-year anniversary, something I need to do a better job of for this next year is like, something I've talked about a bunch is like, I work a job that's very isolating, like video editing and making content. I work for a company, but I don't work like amongst coworkers like a typical job, right? So because of that, I don't socialize a lot outside of like virtually, like in meetings and through Slack and email and all these like digital forms of communication. These are like the only ways that I really communicate with people on a day-to-day basis. And I think that when you're an individual and you're kind of by yourself, there's something very special about like, you open yourself up to more serendipity of just randomly having conversations with strangers. And that can be really nice because I think that naturally when you're with a group of people all the time, you kind of like, you naturally push that type of social interaction away when you're with other people all the time. But when you're by yourself, that type of stuff is like drawn towards you more often, just simply due to the nature of you're by yourself and other people are by themselves, and you kind of end up talking to one another. But I think in the new year here, and in starting year 2 in New York City, I need to do a better job of kind of going out of my way to do social interaction with just the other people who live here and like make friends out in the city. I did not do a very good job of that last year, and I feel that this year I need to start. One thing I've done to kind of alleviate this is I signed up for a sewing class. This is something that I've been wanting to try. I think like the main motivation is like, I'm just tired of taking clothes to a tailor, and it'd be really ideal if I could get to the point with skills where I could just fix and tailor all of my clothes myself by hand. And then there's a lot of times where like, you know, I have like something I want to buy, like a piece of clothing or something, but like the waist is slightly too big, or the legs are slightly too wide, or like the hem of the shirt is too long. And I think that like in situations like that, like I would have totally bought the thing if I could have fixed the garment myself really easily. And I think once I kind of learn how to use a sewing machine and I build up those skills, I think this is definitely something I could see myself doing in the future, of just like kind of on the fly fixing my own stuff, you know? The lessons are once a week. It's in the garment district, and each class is like 3 hours long, and it's once a week for 4 weeks. So it'll start in like mid-March, and then it'll go all the way until I guess mid-April-ish. And it's like a beginner's course, so you don't have to have any prerequisites or like skills that you knew from beforehand or anything like that. Like you could be a complete beginner and join in. And I would say my reasoning for joining and doing this class is like, it's probably like 60% motivated because I like genuinely want to learn how to sew. And then the other 40% of the reason is like, I think it's like a small step towards like just kind of more socializing, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the secondary goal out of this, is just to like put myself in an environment where every single week I'm like forced into this environment where there's gonna be other people around to just like socialize with, you know?
Yeah, so it's like, yeah. Also, my friends in college, like I graduated.
You know, a lot of people have been suggesting to me that I join, like, they have a bunch of these intramural sports leagues here that are like just for fun. You have to sign up for the league. There's the team aspect, but then there's like a whole social side of being with these other people that comes along with that. But I'm just not like super into playing sports in that sort of a way. So I think that I can find something else that's similar in the social aspect, but just not literally going out and playing sports every week. So I'm still like trying to find things right now, but that's kind of like just something that I've been thinking about recently in the past few weeks. So this has been the end of the first year here in New York, week number 648. Thanks for watching. Next week will be week number 649.